Hey! Stream! I've just started my stream for the first time today. And sorry for starting late, but at least I didn't start early and have to crash repeatedly. It's a very cute screen. I am glad that I've had this saved. Thank you again, Dijon, for making all of my stream art. Well, not all of my stream art. You didn't make let's see. You didn't make this one. Or this one. And this one's just called Image. Oh, that's just a basic one. But you made most of the important ones. So, thank you very much. Anyways, here's Furi. And I definitely intended to just start streaming Furi at 10:10. That was the plan.
The jailer is the key.
Obviously.
Kill him, and you'll be free.
Wait, is it Furi? Okay, wait, there we go. Wow, my stream's pretty delayed today. So I hopefully have fixed the problems that happened before. I guess just in case, I will simultaneously very quickly show off how this game is played and see if it looks nice. Practice mode. Double duty. So, let's see. Waiting for stream to catch up. Hey, that looks pretty fucking nice. Anyways. So, there's two modes to this game. There's long range and close range, and you generally go long range until you hit somebody for a while, and then it's short range. Actually, no, I can just do this while playing.
The jailer is the key. Kill him, and you'll be free.
And I'm not playing on Furier, because Furier is one of those things where, like, really, really good players still die a billion times, so that would just be me dying a lot once I got to, like, level 3. I guess there is a tutorial, isn't there, in-game?
You were a weapon, a bringer of death.
How are the sound levels? Are they good?
Nothing.
Let me know if I feel like the game might
I
be
will
glitchy,
keep
but I
on
don't know.
killing you. Again and again. I am your future. An eternity of slow, painful deaths.
I could be a tiny bit louder.
Bitter batter.
Huh.
Time to wake up.
Not what I expected.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying right here with you. Shake your head. Nod your head. It's time to go. See what they did to you?
Why are you saying my voice registers entirely in trouble, Chai?
Pull yourself together.
Hurts.
Get out of prison. Kill the jailer. Fight for your freedom. The jailer is the key. Kill him, and you'll be free.
I really like the mystery this game sets you up with. Anyways, this is between fights, and I really like this too. This game, it tells you about the auto walk, but you can just very slowly wander around. And it's very calm, and it does a very... I'm gonna adjust my audio. It actually... enough. There. Oh, that's nicer. Ammo. Let me know if that fucked it up or not, but I think it should be okay. So yeah, you can also just hit A and it'll automatically snap you to the path to walk to the next fight. But it sort of gives you this moment to like wander around some pretty cool environments. And get sort of hyped up for your next fight. Because your character really is in no hurry. In a lot of ways.
Every step you've taken from that cell, I'll make you regret. You listen to me, and you listen good. You'll never escape.
This dude is named The Chain, if I remember correctly. And that's our goal.
I swear I'll put you right back in your cell. There's an easy way and a hard way. You choose. Excellent choice.
Gonna tell me how to play? I'm not sure it'll give me a tutorial or not. Okay, it does. So right stick shoots these little tiny energy balls. And they can actually shoot through other balls. X does a sword slash. B will parry any attack with a white flash. And if I parry perfectly, parry gives you health back, and if I parry perfectly, it can do a counter attack. You got a 4-hit combo that you can't always get all 4 hits in unless they're vulnerable. And so you notice, once I did enough damage, I was sort of in a closed circle. You can hold right trigger to charge up your shot, which will go through people blocking. Oh, you're not gonna shoot me again, huh? And you can hold up X to do a charge slash, which does a lot of damage and leaves them vulnerable for a little animation there too, if you hit them solidly. So the blue line, I was going to get to that once I'm not like, talking about the other stuff. I don't think the game ever explicitly introduced that to you, but... I got a Chivo? I guess. So generally there's 2 phases to each phase of a fight. God, no, I'll explain it later, sorry. A is dodge, and you can charge it up to do a longer dodge, and it's sort of the key mechanic of the game. And you notice that some of these are green. If I break them open, I can get health. And also, if I do this just right, you can parry projectiles, most projectiles. But you can't parry things on the ground like that. And then there's big area of effect attacks like that, which you can't parry at all either. You can hold a charge slash while charging up a dash as well, which is sort of like a... which allows you to do sort of redirect attacks like that, except I did it too early and actually ran into his attack.
This has been fun, but it's time to get serious.
So we're through the tutorial
Those
phase.
shocks in the cell, they really hurt, don't they?
So if you look in the top right, you'll see the enemy's health bar.
I'm gonna teach you something.
Blue is the health bar in his current phase, and then the orange squares underneath it are what phase you're in. You could also think of it as how many lives he has. And generally, a phase, once I empty out that health bar, he'll enter into the second part of this phase, which will be close combat. Which is what, when those blue lines appear, that means we're in close combat. And I can no longer shoot my gun. Instead, I'll be able to charge up my melee attacks when I have a spare moment, but I won't be able to shoot my gun, and it just becomes a close range battle instead of a combination close and long range battle. It's like generally there's sort of a bullet hell phase, and then you do the close range combat. And then if you get through both of those, you get to the next phase of the boss fight. Because it's all boss fights. See, now we're in close range. And instead of shooting my gun, I have this little charge up ability. Which makes the next attack do a lot more damage. Oop.
You're gonna run back to your cell and beg me to lock you up again.
Oop. I missed one of my parries. Also, all the music is fantastic in this game. It's done by a number of different artists. I think they get shouted out at the start of each area. Oh, and the top left is my health, which is divided into segments for no particular reason. But this game has a really nice way of doing health, which is that if you lose all your health, you lose one of the blue boxes. If you lose all 3 of the blue boxes, you have to start the fight over from the beginning. But after you complete every phase of the boss, you get one of those blue boxes back. So you kind of have 3 lives that regenerate over time. So if there's one phase you have a lot of problems with and you tend to die on once or twice, it's okay. You can still, like, get through the game. Which is, like, a really fair way to be nice to the player. Oop. Oops, I didn't do that right. It's fine, I can just smack him a few times. On this difficulty, I'm gonna probably smash my way through the first couple fights a little too easy, but Furier gets a little too hard for stream, I think. Although maybe not. I don't know, would you guys like to see me struggle through this game? I could set it to Furier pretty easy. I think I can even do it in the options menu. I think I could probably get through things pretty easy with it. There's only like a few fights that would give me trouble, including like tons of trouble, including the last one. I like seeing you be good at it. I don't know if that means demolishing the dude, or if you mean you'd like to see me play on a harder difficulty. Oop. I assume that means you like this. Which is fair, it's probably better. Oh, that wasn't the throw I thought it was. If you can charge up your attack to orange, and then do a charged up dash, or slice attack, you can do a ridiculous amount of damage. I think it would be enough to take out this dude's whole life bar.
There is no way you can defeat me.
I mean, now that I've explained the game, I could play through this fight again, but start on Furier. And you guys could watch the struggle of how insane this game can be. But there will be, basically there will be a few fights where I will retry for a very long time. Oh, you can't shoot through these ones. Shoot. Brutal.
I'm gonna kill you.
Maybe I'll do Furier on like a side stream sometime. I think it doesn't really fit what I want to do on Fridays, which is tend to be a bit more relaxing. Yeah, I think I'll do Furier on like a Wednesday sometime, because I never quite finished mastering this game. Anyways, that was the chain! And you'll probably have to look up most of the rest of the enemy names, because they're not ever stated. They all have names like that, though. There's like the disease and the hammer. I don't remember. This dude sucks, though. He just wants to torture you. I'm already in jail. I'm on jail planet.
You will be broken. You will go back to yourself.
Excellent! What a thrill! Not your first time, right? Anyway, the good news, we're one step closer to freedom. The bad news, there's more out there waiting for us.
It really
But
is
don't
Cop
worry,
Planet, I think.
I know them. I can help. Believe me, what's waiting at the end of all this is so worth the trouble. You and me, we're in the same boat now. Now let's get the hell out of here.
And again, they totally just let you walk around, which I think is really fun and cool. I won't do too much of it, but I'll walk around some of the cooler places, I
Our
think.
friend here managed to trigger the alarm, so they'll be waiting for you. But no worries, it makes no difference. They've been waiting for you forever. It's all they do.
Yeah, Carpenter Brute has a few songs in this. I don't remember who else
Lies
does.
a free world, a world of peace and light, where you're free as the wind. And you know what? We're going to get there.
I also really like how they do the fixed camera angles to give you cool camera angles, and also use it as a way to make this little companion man, whose name I don't remember because no one gets an official name in. They get names, but only in the menu, like UI. You don't ever hear them talk about it.
I'll tell you what I know on the way. But don't expect all the answers. It's all about what a man does.
I just love the incredibly bold, like, just insane sci-fi
That,
shit
my
that they
friend,
go for.
is a prison. A prison within a prison. A very clever trick. You and the prisoner have a lot in common. She turned up one day, destroyed everything in her wake, and then bam! She got caged.
Like, everything feels just a little bit metaphorical, since there's so many things that aren't stated to you. And I think that's a really cool feel, and more things should go for it. Oh, Chai, spoilers! This is the future sequel to Oz. Damn it, Chai.
They had to build all these layers so she couldn't get out. And you couldn't hear her screaming.
This is a really cool concept, too. It's just like an incredibly layered prison. Well, we'll see it in just a second. Shouldn't reveal it before it was revealed.
She tried to tear through those walls so many times. But they just kept growing back around her.
Just like,
It drove her completely insane. Enraged. She'll hunt anything and rip it to pieces.
like they managed to get a sense of a very epic scale and a very ancient place with very few things.
We know that being locked up fucks you up inside.
Like, this to me feels more authentically a used place than most AAA games with a billion times the budget.
That's why we're getting out.
And all it really takes is a speech,
That's why ours
encouraging the player to take their time and look around for a moment, and some nice details. And letting you fill in the details so it leaves more of an imp. Like, look how fucking cool this shot is! Jesus. And the walls even grow back a little bit as you walk in. Yes, the forced perspectives are really nice, and they managed to find a way to do that. You know, these pre-fight walks where they build up tension also serve to, like, they use them for so many subtle things. It's so good. Because I can't use the fixed cuts, the fixed camera angles in the game because I want it to be an action game. Anyways, here's the prisoner, who I don't believe is called the prisoner. Hey, remember when I said that one lady who was in the prison in No More Heroes 2 was literally a Furi boss? It's this one I was talking about. If you tap these things here, it'll make a noise and she'll get enraged and be vulnerable for a moment, which I totally failed to exploit. But they take a while to recharge. Oh, same with some of these columns too. Every boss plays real different too. This one likes to sort of hit and run you a lot. Have I listened to his latest album? No, I don't listen to albums very often. I'm bad about keeping up with music. Which also means I'm real easy to please when it comes to music. You just gonna wait there? There you are. So yeah, that just emptied her whole health bar for that phase. They're also helping gradually set up some rules about how projectiles work. Orange ones tends to be pretty normal, but it may be a bit fast. Those ones there are, you can't break through them. Purple tend to have special properties in some way. Oh, a charge shot can break through a lot of projectiles at once, which is maybe the thing it's best at, because enemies tend to dodge it. Ah, it was a bad dodge. Knowing the length of your default dodge without having to charge it is very, very important. But so is being able to charge it to go to the right length. I'm gonna draw her in over here. I touched the platform. Which is a nice little trick. The game doesn't actually tell you. It's not that useful because these take a long time to recharge, but it's fun for drawing her in. Ah. Oh. I didn't even know you had a melee attack right now. Yeah, to be clear, if you fail in the melee phase, you go back to the ranged phase. Now she's got her scythe out. I think making the phases an explicit part of gameplay is a really cool concept, because it's not like gamers don't know that bosses have phases. Even casual ones figure that out. It's not hard. So just sort of integrating into the mechanics. This game has done a really amazing synthesis of, like, making a cool looking, like, the aesthetics and story and, like, high concept of the game are really good, but then it is also an amazing game as, like, an action game. Like, if this game had no graphics... For one thing, if this game had no graphics at all, it was just boxes running into each other, it would be incredibly fun. But... And it's not just that the story and graphics are good separately, but they fit together very well and complement each other. Which is very rare in an action game that's solid. You usually... Like, you might have a good story, but it's just there. And I like how every what phases are for each enemy is different too. Like, she's gradually breaking free of her restraints. Because that's what she does. Ooh. Oh, good. Just made it. No, I don't like the word Ludo narrative because I think it's a shortcut. I think it's very rarely a useful word. It's just a way to shortcut a conversation you don't feel like having again. Anyways, now she's free of her restraints and we're really into the fun. I like the little scratches on the ground too that were just there when you came. Ah, shit. If there's one thing I don't like about the gameplay, it's that there's many bosses have these like grab things that you'll never actually get hit by. Because you have to like lose a mashing fest that's very easy to win. So you'll never see, like, I think she has a really cool animation that does a ton of damage, but you'll never see it there. I think that's a trap a lot of games fall into. I think even Devil May Cry 4 does that, if I recall correct. Oof, I didn't quite get that. Nice beam. Oh, very nice beam. Except it didn't hit me the second time. Shit. Oh, you shot it to the side. That was intentional, I'd be impressed. Those are called Fast... Yes, Fast and Furious movies have very strong ludicrous narratives. No, I wouldn't say it's because games can't do ludicrous well. I just think saying Ludo narrative is like... The only time that's a useful word to use is when you're just using a shortcut to, to not talk about something. So it'd only be useful if you and the other person already know what you mean by it. Like, I think if I talked about Furi and how it, like, combines its gameplay and its narrative very well with someone already, then saying, I like the way I like Furi's Ludo narrative, and I think a very similar thing happens in another game. That might be useful. But to just say, oh, I like Furi's Ludo narrative by itself without explaining what that means isn't really interesting. So there's no real reason to use the word. Also, if you haven't noticed, boss fights always end with a very powerful final phase, which usually means you dodge a lot, but not always. It's very different for each boss, but you generally need to wait for one single last opening, and either after or during a long sequence of attacks.
out of her misery. She crashed through one day, frantically searching for something. They couldn't make sense of her. She was so wild. So they put her in a cage.
I'll buy the boomerang as soon as I
Came
can,
along
Shell.
and they did
Promise.
even worse. Way worse. It all went so wrong. But we're going to make things right again. Together.
And the prison continues to rebuild itself again around nobody. God, that's so fucking good. This boss coming up is... I really like his concept, but he might be my least favorite to fight. But maybe that's only inferior mode. Because, he's just the... He's very, very long. Inferior mode, he is very long. And he has some interesting mechanics that fit his theme. That get really brutal when they get difficult. But I really like to walk up to him.
Can you feel it? It's like a dream. The breeze, the peace. Feels like we could take off and leave this place behind us.
I love the way the sand ripples in this place. I'm going off script for a moment here. See if we can get a better angle. Closer angle. It might be the closest I can get on this island. There's a lot of cool fixed angle camera angles that you can get by walking off the path. I think is neat. You just won't see. Most players won't see those because like you'll just hit A and walk to the next one. This song is kick-ass though.
But you know better. Nothing is what it seems. We're stuck here. The real world is somewhere else. Down there.
There we go. You can see the ripples here real well. I really like this shot in general, actually, because it's when you realize that the different rocks you've been walking on are at really different angles. And you start getting the sense that this is, like, I don't know, some sort of weird garden. Intentionally made, I guess. Extremely Dutch. Yes, the Dutchest of angles. We're going into over Dutch. This is a good shot too, actually.
The old man coming up. There's more to him than meets the eye. A master of time, so they say. But if he's such a master, if he saw it all coming, why didn't he do something about it? Why didn't he stop it from happening? Or at least warn me? But look where we ended up.
So the theme for this fight, a time master. Yeah, every single walk we rock on, when we first walk on it, you'll notice that the camera angles get continuously more twisted. But like consistently. We've done a full half rotation now. With a few different cutaways to other angles. Which I think is so good.
He'll try to play it cool. Easy for him, he chose to be here. But we are definitely not cool with this. We are getting out of here.
I think to achieve the effect, this is also one of the longest walks. Pre-fight walks. So yeah, we do. Look, we're almost back down to normal. Even though the rocks themselves don't actually do a full rotation, I believe. But the camera angles do.
My friend. The jailer is the key.
So good. So fucking cool. It's one of the coolest video games ever.
stranger. I have been looking forward to this moment. I foretold your escape, but not how far you would get. I am glad you made it to me. Time is a picture in motion through eternity. When you appeared, everything got still. You made the picture stop. I'm here to make my clocks tick again.
I love that. He just sort of moves the rock in front.
I can't kill you, but I can remove you from my here and now, capture you and bring you back until the next cycle.
So this dude is the first time the game goes beyond just having a tricky pattern and starts being like, okay, think about this one. So every time I shoot one of these, it lets out a projectile. Which means I'm ideally a little careful about how I do it, although I'm used to Furier mode where you really can't be careful anyway, you just kind of have to keep shooting. At least for the first couple layers.
You live under the illusion of control, abandoning the fight. It is written.
Ooh, come here. Health. I think it's also deliberately a little hard to tell the health-giving bullets from the not health-giving bullets, especially on this stage. Because of the pink background. Ah, fuck. But, like, because of this theme of, like, time and reflection,
You are fighting yourself.
this level has many very, very slow bits. Which is rad. It's such a good change of pace. After the last level, it's just like a lady is shooting beams at you constantly. Fuck, that was totally bad. And of course, there's a risk reward here too. The closer you are, the more accurately you can hit the panels you want to hit. But also, the easier it is to get hit by the counterattacks and by the waves he sends out. That doesn't break it? Shit.
I see your future.
Ah, almost got him. Ah. This tricky dash. Got him. You only need to get one bullet in there, because he's a frail old man.
Comes perspective.
So this guy didn't even have a melee phase for his first one, because you hit him with one bullet and he goes down. Because he's old and relies on his manipulation of time. He spends most of the fight just sort of meditating. Ow.
A crack in the shell. But can you find it twice? Make every second.
Your own bullets freeze when you're in this time too. You can even run into them. Ah! His own bullet was frozen there, so I couldn't get through. I couldn't continue the combo.
I also like to take
He tosses his sword up, and then the third hit of his combo is that it comes back down on you where he landed, which I think is so cool, because he knows it's going to land there.
Not so fast.
Oh, this one's a tricky pattern. Fuck. Fuck! I can't look at chat for 2 seconds. Please. And he's also teaching the player, like, hey, don't be impulsive, which I think is so cool, because he's also teaching the character that. Ah, there's a health in there. I'll grab this one.
Again. Make every second count.
Gotcha. Well, joke's on you. I read that anyway. I literally can't hit him in there right now because I let him attack me at a bad spot. It's just clustered up in those bullets. Oh, that's not a parry thing.
Let's go back.
Oh, he was just checking his watch for a second there. Cute.
Breathe in. Focus. Let's bring an end to this.
Fuck. Oh, this is bad. There we go. I definitely can't look at chat for this phase. That's just not happening. Well, I guess I can right now.
Joy in these last precious moments.
Phase 4, actually. Charge shot comes in real handy here. Although it does have a limit to how much it'll go through. And once again, we're back to carefully managing how much you... Because when you shoot these things, they let out bullets, and you also need to clear out the bullets around them to let you go forward. This fight really wants you to be... After spending a couple fights just sort of going all out and mashing whenever you see weakness, this fight needs you to be contemplative. And there's plenty of times where there's a weakness where you could hit, but it's not a good idea. And I love that.
Rewind.
Gotcha. Hi, Shell, I'm looking at you. I see you. Is there a pastures front in this game? Yes, actually. There actually is. But it's not fat.
Look to the sky.
And he stops the time controlling thing so that he dies for good this time.
As your answer.
Because while you were playing,
There is
Mr. Fury Man
we
the stranger,
our own destiny.
was saying, hey, that's controlling time. I should shoot that machine when I get a chance.
Our man on the rocks, he knew a lot. He even figured out why you were sent to us.
It's not a pacifist run, but there is... when we get to it.
On the sun, but no one listened.
Probably shouldn't talk over the exposition, huh? I don't 100% remember how it works either, to be fair. A little fuzzy. Oh boy. This fight is where things get difficult, I think. Well, no, the last fight is pretty difficult. The last fight is where things get, like, different. And if you keep just sort of running and hitting attack, you'll get defeated and you have to start adjusting yourself to the enemy. But then I think this fight is where it's like, okay, now that you know every enemy is different, this fight's hard.
Look, my friend. Years of evolution, culture, civilization, great intellect, wonders of nature. Bam! Wiped out in one single impact. One.
I actually think this next fight is maybe the second hardest fight on Furious. Or maybe I'm just bad at it.
Searched a solution, an answer, anything. Just some hope.
If I get around to showing Furious mode, I will show.
Fix him. So my plan would be flawless.
There is a trick that makes the final phase a lot easier on Furious that I had to find out.
Sure, I could have stopped, rolled up in a ball, and cried for the rest of my days.
This area's actually
Let
pretty
you
big.
frying on your rock. But I didn't.
There's a couple different ways you can walk through it, in fact.
I don't know much about you. I've heard some bad stuff, and what I've seen, well. But we have one thing in common, you and I. We have nothing to lose. For every day we are locked away up here, we have nothing. We've lost. One thing about Fishface up there, you know, he got, contaminated. I'm not sure he's got much to say. He probably can't even speak at all anymore. But if he does, just ignore the crazy babble.
Sure, you seem trustworthy. I won't listen to him. Got it. Okay, everybody, don't listen to him if he talks. That's like a favor to Mr. Rabbit Head, man. Theme of this fight: contamination and radiation.
Look at the filth around you. Darkness. Look at me. Don't look so horrified. You're staring at yourself. You did this to me. Finally. Revenge. Finally, I meet my creator.
So this dude likes to shoot out a lot of green things that control a lot of space, as we would say in the fighting game community. He's also a bit of a trickster and illusionist, but we'll get there when we get there. Actually, do these do it? Oh yeah, if I get hit by one, this happens too, which makes it harder to avoid the next ones. Because you get all radiated. I've seen that animation so many times, because this is where I got hard stuck on Furious.
Stench. That rancid energy. That familiar
So I'm keeping my charge slash here because I've already charged it up, so why not? And I missed it! It's fine. I didn't need it, really. This is also the first guy to give you some genuinely confusing and off-pattern melee counter combos. Making it a lot harder to counter him. Oop! We're copy-pasted right from Max Payne. Yeah, I would like a Max Payne narration mod for most games. Like how there's a Serious Sam mod for Talos Principle. I want that. But Max Payne. Ah, jeez. Fine, I'll just shoot you. Fine, I'll just shoot you. Oh, dodge right into it. Sick. Sick! Sick. I'm doing good. It's fine. I actually think that the, for an indie project that actually, I think, requires some decent amount of voice acting, the voice actors do a good job. I don't know if any of them are professionals and were hired, or if they're all just, like, friends of the devs. I don't know who did it. But generally speaking, you'd expect in a game with a lot of bit part, an indie game with a lot of bit part voice acting, is supposed to have really bad voice acting for at least a couple of the characters, but none of them stand out as bad to me. Unless I'm forgetting one. They all stand out as really being very good embodiments of their characters. Yeah, they try and gradually introduce the boss's mechanics in the first couple phases for each boss. Which means that some bosses at the start are literally just like, here's him shooting a bullet, and it's nothing. There's a little bit more to it than that I'm sort of avoiding. Like, he has a lot of counterattacks to things. If I do a charged attack, he will usually... Oop. I messed up my parry, because I was charging a charge attack. If you're real fast, you can hit him after that. He can also grab you there. He's swimming under the surface, and if he grabs you, he does damage. Unlike this, I think it's inescapable damage rather than that, which almost always hits you but is escapable. But yeah, in close range, the main trick that this dude has is that he's the first one to have really unpredictable patterns, whereas everyone else has had relatively predictable patterns, but you're still learning to dodge them, or parry them as it is. But his timing gets all weird, and his angles are strange for the sweeping attacks. The close-in battles were really hard for me to learn how to move around in at first. But I eventually realized something that was probably pretty obvious, which is that whatever direction I hold on the gamepad is the place I'm going to dodge to in the circle. Because they're both circles. So you don't really want to hold the direction that you're going to dodge in, that like you want to dodge in so much as hold to the part of the circle that you want to dodge to. Interrupted. Haha, you don't have an attack. Ah, I fucked that up. Now this part gets pretty intense. Or it can. Depends how quickly you take some of them out. Oop, I got hit a lot hard, actually. Wow, I took a lot of damage. Shh. Enough whining. He's one of the only bosses that'll actually let you do just like a full screen charge shot when he's not doing anything without dodging, because he likes to get mad at you. Oops, that's not. So I did a charge shot, or a charge dash that had no charge to it, which did almost no damage, and really wasted my opportunity to attack him. Because he hit me first, so I didn't have a charge left. Oh boy. So these can be taken out by your bullets, but they take way too many hits to actually do that practically. So you have to sort of fight him on the outskirts of his own pattern. In Furious mode, he does not wait to attack. All of these are attacking very quickly. They have like a few seconds after they spawn where they're vulnerable, and you want to kill at least 2 of them during that time, because if you don't, there's just going to have a continuous pattern all over the whole screen. Oh, nice. You tripped me.
I will undo everything you have done.
Fury Man is canceled. Aw, man, I can't get into him if he's on the edge like that. By the way, I don't know if I said, I think I did say, but every time you get that pring, it means I parried him perfectly. I don't know exactly how exact it is, but it's not too tight, but it's relatively tight. And of course, it lets you skip the rest of whatever attack he's trying to do to you. Ah, crap, he's in the bit where he just hits you once, and then goes under, but then sometimes he doesn't. This bit, in Fury mode, is the hardest thing in the game, and I think they didn't mean to make it that hard. This phase, I should say. This bit's not the hardest. This bit's very, 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 very hard. This bit is ridiculous. I have to clear out a path and then charge up my dash just a little bit. Fuck. Shit. I got over anxious. Whew. No, I got hit by the thing. Okay, good. I ran into the trail for a sec there and that could have killed me. Fuck.
Will we share his fate, or will life take an unexpected turn? Hope comes from the strangest places. I thought about it for so long.
I really, like... It's really funny, I almost died at the... after the fight.
But on the other, what about my world?
About your world.
Why should their world be more valuable than mine? I made my decision. I will free myself.
He's not even talking to us anymore.
whatever the cost.
In fact, he tilts his head downward the further you walk away from him. That's interesting. I didn't notice that before. Stog, do you know how many times I died there in Furier mode, though? I don't. One-way gates, by the way. You can go back. If you walk through. I mean, they're one way in that I can walk through them in one direction, which I think is neat. But you can walk back through them. Oh no, you can't. I thought you could. My mistake. I thought you could go back to the last area. I distinctly remember doing that at one point, but I guess I made that memory up. Huh. Anyway, here's a bunch of rocks with speakers in them? I'm not really sure what all those things are.
This is hard, but when I am struggling to keep faith, I think about the beauty of the world beyond. It keeps me focused. It keeps me going.
This is the only song I'd heard before I played Fury. Because some of these songs were made just for Fury, but some were not. They were just ported to Fury. And to be fair, adapting them to Fury does change them quite a bit, but it's still a kick-ass song.
Thrown in prison, tortured. Finally, you escaped. And here they are, those guardians. Hand-picked, top of their game killing machines, just waiting to throw you back in. How does that make you feel?
He's trying to give me a pep talk.
They didn't kill you already because they can't. Believe me, they would if they could, without blinking. Second best for them now is to put you back in chains.
It's a very plain area.
Can you feel it? The anger?
Which is suitable for its boss, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, I agree with that about Carpenter. Brute. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Is that?
More about what this one did to you.
Oh, this is a cool shot. I like this a lot.
Then there'll be no stopping you. He is the one who got you here in the first place. He is the one who brought you down.
God, that's really good to me.
The men who captured you.
I wish they did it a third time, actually.
Was that fair?
So this is the dude who actually led the people who captured us.
What do you say? An eye for an eye, huh? Time to take your revenge.
There is a sort of nice oasis over there, too. But it's sort of a workman-like area. I think this place is almost more of a place of retirement than anything.
Kill him, and you will be free.
I honestly love how fucking wackadoo the bunny guy looks. It really helps set the tone of just like, what even is that? We don't fight the small child.
He who knows no fear, knows no courage. I take mine from you. We are what we fight for.
This dude's a soldier.
I look at you, stranger, and I see nothing. Desolation. Death. You are alone. I am fighting for something much greater than this. Can you imagine the strength that gives me? I doubt it. And so your fight ends here.
So this dude, after the mix-up of the last fight, is also a bit of a mix-up.
And I will do so again.
It's basically not a ranged fight at all. If you shoot him, he just bounces off. Sometimes when you hit his shield, you get that. That was random, I think. Or maybe it's not random. I don't really know what causes it.
Go back.
I never figured it out. I think pretty much every fight from this point on mixes something up.
I brought you to your knees once already, and I will do so again.
Oof. Yeah, sometimes if you attack him while he's like doing something else, he will also counter you too. Other enemies will too, but I don't think his are as easy to counter. The counter?
Go back.
I do think this boss is actually a bit easy, because he doesn't scale to harder difficulties as much. In general, the melee combat is just a little bit easier than the ranged combat.
While you still can.
But I'm still glad he exists, because I do like that there's a boss that's just like, you only fight melee. That's what it's about. Also, I really like his little
You're
animation.
no match for me. Give up while you can. It's the right thing to do.
Oh man, that's so satisfying to land. If that's not clear, I'm letting go of a fully charged dash, and then I'm doing a fully charged slash attack. Which allows you to do a sort of triangle pattern. Oop, I didn't have it charged up enough. And it's like really key to get good at that if you want to get really good at Furi, because that's sort of like the special technique. So I'm holding X that whole time, and then I hold A to charge up the dash, and then let go of each to do those attacks.
Go back while you still can. You have given me the chance to teach my son an important lesson. That
Oh,
when
okay.
Good men look away. Evil prevails.
He's invincible during this bit. Ah, that was bad.
Surrender. You can't win.
That was good, though. You can parry while holding a charge, but I think it needs to be fully charged or you lose the charge. But then, like, you're still holding X, so you start charging again and you get this weak-ass charge. I'm not sure if that's true. But I think it's true. It feels true, and that's more important than being true. Oh, if you shoot his shield now. The game's like, okay, you should know not to shoot his shield now. So he sends out a huge wave of, like, undestroyable projectiles if you do it now. It's like, you should get the theme of this fight by now. You're not supposed to shoot him. Some randos forward. Your copy of the Communist Manifesto? You're only listening to me while you're pooping? That's weird. I don't know how I feel about it. Oh, nice. He delayed it. I'm not using the charge up ability too much in close combat because on Fury mode it shortens the close combat phases a bit too much. It's just very good. Anyways, he's dropped his shield now and he's all about attack. But that does actually leave him vulnerable. A little bit. Yeah, I'm not gonna fall for that one, buddy. I've fallen for that delay so many times. Not again.
You can't win, stranger. You have nothing to protect, nothing to fight for.
Ah, shit. He's got a point. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that you would be listening to Fury and not watching it. I'm assuming not for very long. Oh! Kind of on the edge here, it's a little awkward. Oh shit, nice combo! He just segues right into that big sword swing. How does it feel to not have children?
The stakes are too high.
So now he's got us locked in an arena. Although he can go outside it if he feels like. Missed. That's gonna hit. I screwed that up.
You can't.
Shh. Ah, shit. It's so hard to dodge here, because you have to be on the right parts of the circle, or you will end up in the big, bad, like, hurty area. But I think I've got this. Nice.
Surrender. You can't win. You're alone.
But this is his real final form. Fuck.
I won't let you.
Costume lost it. The slightest bit of hesitation.
Man, that was intense. But you've got to move on now. Don't overthink it. That's what they want you to do.
You can walk up back here to his little cottage. You get this nice little shot from the well. Hey chat, a question. Do you want me to do one more boss fight now? Or do you want me to start my Fury... Well, hold on. How does that even work? I'm not sure if you can even do a Furious playthrough.
Really loved him,
I'll just do
why
one more
did he
fight.
Come here. Why did he ever become a guardian?
Because I'm not sure if I can start a Furious playthrough. You might only get one save slot.
The things we do for love.
Yes, this last one I think will be my last one for tonight. Oh, I love this one.
Upstairs. Arrogant, self-righteous, and cool. That's her. She started it all. She even got
Speaking
me
of Hope Punk. This lady's Hope Punk.
You're going to see her little show out there. All this nobility and self-sacrifice. But really, she's just trying to clean up her mess. Just remember, she's messing with your head. Don't listen to her.
Or, and here's an option, chat, we could do the whole game tonight. Are you into another hour and a half?
Feel it in your heart, your anger. Your
I'm willing,
instinct.
if you guys are interested.
You don't belong here.
Just treat it like a whole movie.
Give her a good kick from me.
'Cause I bet I could do that. I think there's about an hour and a half left if I play like I have been.
Walk with me. It was all a mistake. The cell, the restraints, the guardians. We can make this right. You can't go to my world, but you can be free here.
She's the one who set this
Look at what I've
whole
offered
idea
you.
up.
This can be your home. I'll take care of you. I'll tell you the tales of my world. You will tell me yours.
Love this. He's just like, what?
There's so much to enjoy here.
He really thinks about it.
Stay with me.
Anyways, literally nobody said no, so that sounds like yes. Anyways, this is Mercy from Overwatch.
Come on, give it a chance. What's the big hurry?
Let's take a walk and ponder it. Around this cool little fountain.
Stay with me. Why are you leaving? What's not to like here?
And he's hiding in the back here, where she can't see him.
Tempting, isn't it? Just stay here, close our eyes, forget everything. But this is nothing compared to the real world. This is just a fancy prison that we'll rot in. I need to be alive again, even if I die a minute later.
Hope is just another prison, folks. Just another prison.
Stay with me. Come on, give it a chance. What's the big hurry?
He's not quite tempted enough. There's not even a button prompt to say yes. It'd be pretty funny if you waited here.
Further, I have no other choice, and you even less than me. How dare you shun me and turn down all of this? You have no idea. I was your only hope. You have brought this upon yourself, stranger.
You can't stay. I even think I waited for several minutes when I first came here.
I'll make
Fury considered it. The stranger, I guess I should say, considered it, but he did not actually consider it hard enough. Anyway, theme of this fight, big open spaces and ranged gameplay. After a fight that was all about melee, This lady doesn't even like to get close. Fuck. She does like shooting you a lot from far away.
You made me do this to you. I didn't want to hurt you, but I will.
She's actually vulnerable right now, which is hard to notice because she's so far away, and it's the sort of attack where someone usually wouldn't be vulnerable, but... Oh, I got her.
Just go back. There is no better outcome.
I tried to parry that. That's not a thing you can parry. You can only hit her when she's in melee when she's vulnerable. She simply won't let you, otherwise she will always dodge. Oh, that was not a parry? Okay. That was a dodge, though.
Go back.
That was a parry. Ah, well. Oh, and just to satisfy your curiosity, you lose a bit of health.
Go back.
Okay, can I parry this? I feel like you're supposed to be able to parry that, but I'm obviously not doing it right.
What more could you possibly ask of me?
Falling's a real concern, but there's a few times, if you're really overwhelmed by whatever bullet pattern you're in, where it's better to fall, because falling only takes off one of your health bar things, which is not that much compared to some of her attacks. Which might take off more of your health bar things and still leave you pretty vulnerable. That was a parry, actually. There we go. Bam.
You made me do this to you. I didn't want to hurt you, but I will. You don't realize how much I sacrificed to bring you this.
Nice try. I guess she does have a few more melee attacks than I thought. I don't remember that one. Fuck yeah, this song. She does have a melee phase. This is it. Well, it was over now.
Stop this right now.
She shoots stuff up into the air and it comes down in those blue circles. Ah, I didn't get through.
You bring nothing but destruction.
Whoa. Those are actually pretty quick attacks. I was not expecting it. Oh, terrible parries. Terrible parries! Holy shit! Just eat them.
Enough.
Sounds get a little muted when you get lower health, if you haven't noticed. But she's also lower health, because she's... and it shows because she drags her wings a little bit.
You're hurting me so much. You will stop at nothing, right? Such a waste.
Nice try. Dodged it. Fuck, that's a good pattern. And I kind of let it sneak up on me. Oh, wow, the laser beam right then, huh?
Enough!
Gotcha. There's the parries I was looking for.
Is your escape worth so much suffering?
Not that much time.
Us?
I don't know.
Here to protect
20
all you
hours?
believe in.
30
You
hours?
must listen to reason.
I'm not sure. I spent a lot of time in Furious mode. A lot of my time has been spent in Furious mode. Furious mode. Okay. Here's the tricky bit. It suddenly becomes a thing where we have to figure out how you're getting in, because she's just going to keep doing this. But it's not that bad. Or is that? How do you do this? I actually don't remember. Oh, right. Never mind, you have to do this. Oof. I forgot. I just ran into the health thing without shooting it. Nice, nice, nice. Every single one of these you shoot will enable it to do a different attack. So it starts off pretty simple. But you, by your own hand, have to make your own life difficult. Again, a really great example of narrative themes going with the game. See, if I said ludonarrative assonance there, I think that would have been fine. So now she's shooting beams from the sky. Ah, shit. Ah, shit. Ah, shit. There I go. It's fine.
I curse you for making us go through this. You are so blind, so arrogant.
Oofa. Oofa. Gotcha. The last hit, you have to find a way through the pattern. But the thing's lined up just for me.
This will eat you up inside for the rest of your days.
I might have as many as 50 hours. I'm not sure. I don't think that's true, though. I've had this game open a lot. I think I'm closer to 20 or 30.
I did not expect that. Not from you. I think I saw you hesitate after the last fight. You, of all people. Why would you ever hesitate? It made me think. I like it. It gives me hope.
I love this guy a lot. Oh, one of my few criticisms with the game, by the way, if it's not obvious, if you're walking manually, anytime the camera transitions, your controls get real screwy. It happens, I guess. It's like a weird, it like sticks to the old directions, but for like a moment after you let go of the control stick, it still sticks to them. It's weird. But since you can always hit A and have the game automatically walk for you, it's not a huge deal.
Oh, it's you. Well, I took care of this one.
It's you.
It was really tough. I'm no fighter like you, but I got my way. After the last jailers, I felt you deserved a little more from me. Call it my contribution to our escape. We're in this together. Now more than ever.
Yeah, he looks like he really trusts you. Gonna take a minute to walk around this area, because it's neat. Because this is the control room. Hey, look, I've been there. Try and shell. That's a plausible theory. That... Oh, it's the prison. Except it's got some panels I don't recognize, but it looks like the prison. The Time Guy's place. Each one of these is a different one of the arenas, if that's not obvious. This does sound like Scattle, from what I know of Scattle. I won't go around to the whole thing, because that will take like 2 minutes. But you can get a sneak peek at some upcoming arenas if you do. But this here doesn't seem to be an arena.
All the jail worlds were built from here by a genius architect. A perfectly designed masterpiece of a prison. This impossible, impassable prison. I tried so many times to find some way out of here, but there wasn't one, except for you.
So there's a whole bunch of holographs of the various prison mini worlds. And then at the bottom of it, there's that. Whatever that is. It's probably not important.
If only I could have found a way out. Without killing them. Without freeing you. But I couldn't outsmart my greatest work.
Oh, he just lets the cat out of the bag, huh?
Slowly, that ancient animal part of my brain took over. The urge that made me fast when she was in danger, that kept me awake when she was sick. The architect gave up, and the father came up with a plan.
Yeah, I do think he literally means the rabbit part of his brain. That's why I think that's why he wears an animal mask. I can't confirm that,
I know
but
what you're thinking. There's a thin line between love and madness. Time will tell.
and then you walk away and the camera stays on him for so
You
long.
go ahead. I'll be with you in a moment.
So good. I really like it. I'm actually going to quickly grab a drink. I'm going to find a cool camera angle here and take a drink. Maybe I should have done in the last room. Oh, this place is rad. Yeah, I'll leave you wondering what's happening next.
Like her.
I'll be right back.
She's a lot like me. She's clever, and she has a plan.
And back. How many bosses are there? I think we've got this one.
On a scale of 1 to 10, she's an 11.
4
And she'd give herself a 12.
more? I could be forgetting or adding some.
Initiating scan. Opponent armed. Graphene composite saber. Automatic laser handgun. Range 200 meters. Capacity maximum.
This lady's a professional.
Heart rate 8 BPM.
We fought a jailer,
Maximum speed 73
Or-
kilometers per hour.
at least a guard.
No structural damage.
We fought another prisoner. We fought a soldier
Analyzing DNA.
and like an administrator. But
Error.
now we fight an
DNA.
assassin.
Remember, for her,
Yeah,
it's
8.
all a game. But losing is not an option.
10 meters. 5 meters.
Oh, there's the portal.
3, 2, 1.
It was a trap. The portal was trapped. You don't just walk through it. It'd be really funny if you just walked through it around like a trap.
Now you're mine.
Anyways, we fought Mercy, so now Widowmaker wants her revenge.
Go get him, boys. This is not a drill.
So we start off fighting some of her drones, who aren't particularly threatening.
You can't see me, but I can see you.
But then there's her with her sniper rifle, which you have to take cover from. And her invisibility, too, as long as we're at it. Oh, nice. And she set this whole arena up to be reactive to her, too. The walls will change for her. If she shoots them, they go down, because they get destroyed. But otherwise, it's mostly a friend to her, but it's also a friend to us, because it's how we dodge her sniper fire.
I like the way you take me out of my comfort zone.
I like how she leans on her sniper rifle for a bit to say that. Terrible parries.
At last, someone who doesn't disappoint. Let's play some more.
Oh, well, phase 2. These, but they're a little more dangerous because they shoot these purple things, which home in on you. But once you defeat enough, you're free to go. But now there's mines, which are also a little bit of a pain. So there's a string of these mini arenas around the arena. And then there's the one in the center as well. Where'd she go? And she can cloak, which is, of course, good for her, bad for us. Gotcha. She'll try to run away when she can. Oh, that's not going to get stopped by the wall. There we go. Get some damage on her in this phase, finally. Yes, this is Splatoon. This is what Splatoon is, if you all haven't played it.
Out of my comfort zone.
She has a little dagger she's attacking us with that you can only kind of see in her on her model. Dang it.
That was a really good try, but not quite good enough.
And she uses these drones to buy her some time. Now there's a few mines involved too. But they're really just to buy her time to escape. And now the drones show up in this phase too.
Hey, that's okay. It's the best you can do under the circumstances.
Ooh, I just got behind that. Ooh, danger, danger, danger. And she's gonna escape while I'm fighting her stupid drones. And the camera's gonna get real confused. There we go.
Eyes on the prize.
Ah, she got away. This fight's really oh, there. Nope, that's not her. There we go. This time I chased her correctly.
Play fair.
Nope. I did draw be a squid. I do play it with vertical mouse look enabled. That's just correct, I think, in the modern time. Why wouldn't you? It's a good feel.
I like the way you take me out of my comfort zone.
She does have a counterattack like most people if you hit her while she's blocking. But unlike some of the other bosses, it's not very good. Because it's such a hassle to get to her in the first place, and she's carrying a big ol' honkin' sniper rifle. Gotcha. I've never played Doom with jumping, though.
You certainly live up to your reputation.
I've never done that. Oh, she didn't leave. She got a hit on me for free. That's fine, I healed it up. If you've been relying on animations to do parries, at this point you are in trouble. But if you've been relying on the sound cues and the white flash, then you're fine.
Come on, hit me with everything you've got.
Oh, I think she's gone again. She set both types of drones on us. Oh no, she's back. Ah, yes, I remember this bit. It's really key to get as many little shots in on people as you can in between your melee attacks. You gonna hit me or what? There you go. I have to adjust my grip on the controller to charge my attacks while still being able to parry. I don't think there's any way around that no matter what button combination you use.
Some on skill, some on luck. Fools, the lot of them.
The lady's name in the beginning of Dai Dai is Mikiko. Unless you mean a different lady at the beginning of Dai Dai, but I think there's literally only one lady in the whole game. And now, of course, I have to pay attention because she's going to appear out of nowhere.
Come on, hit me with everything you've got.
Oh, there's one drone left, I guess. Oh, more than one. I'm not hitting her very much. Oh, now that I'm closer, I'll be able to hit her better. Yeah, which segment of this fight is safe changes. It's either the close bit or the far bit, and it alternates. Oh, I didn't get far enough away. That's not even like a shockwave where you have to dodge past it, you just have to be a distance away. I have no idea what happens if you lose that QTE, because you never will. God, I really love this fight's gimmick, even if it only does it half the time. Oh, I'm pretty close to dead, huh? That's fine. I'll just counter a bunch.
Let's take this to the next level.
By the way, every phase I refill my health if that wasn't obvious. Now here's the tricky bit. Here's the real tricky bit, is that in the middle of this pattern, you also have to get behind cover for her laser shots. Wow, I was just immediately behind cover, I guess.
You are not taking it away from me.
Shit. Ah, I didn't make it. I'm fine, I'm fine. I just need to not fuck this up at all.
I can't fail.
I'm very low
This
health.
is my game.
No, it's my game. It's called Furi, and I'm Mr. Furi. She's now more invisible than ever. Which also means she's a lot less vulnerable. Oh, if the enemy hits you, you lose your sword charge. If that hasn't been obvious. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, that was actually a little closer than I expected.
That's enough. Assuming manual control.
I like that she's so proud of herself, she disables whatever targeting system she might have had, and she's like, now I'm gonna win. Like her last-ditch effort is just me.
You beat her at her own game. She was a cheater anyway.
I mean, of everyone so far, she got what she wanted. She said she wanted the fight.
I wonder what she would have made of my plan. What chance of success she would have given it. But we are not the kind that rely on probabilities, eh? We rely on what's in here. We take our chances.
Hell yeah. Ooh, this fight. So naturally, after another fight that was focused on a lot of long range and deception, now we get a little bit of we get a very direct fight that's all about sword fighting. Could you hear me drink very audibly? You probably could, huh?
What would you do if you had an eternity to do nothing but wait?
What
Do you
indeed.
keep busy? Do you daydream? Do you freak out? He trained.
I'm gonna go walk along the beach for a second here. It's cool water. Camera doesn't quite change when I want it to. Well, I'm walking. Oh, I guess I'm walking into a wall. That's probably why. That's probably why they put the camera there. Ooh, that's a cool shot, though. All these just, they're just like this cool angle if they walk over here. It's a cool angle if they walk over here. I didn't want you to play Shadow Warrior, so I didn't have to. There's a boat.
Nothing else matters to him but this fight with you. This will make his day, his life. Mastery of his art, fulfillment of his destiny, and all that nonsense.
Sure are a lot of boat oars. Oh, check out the rock, actually.
Someone gets so into something that nothing else matters.
It's split cleanly in two.
I tried so hard to stay and finish my work for years. But you know what I could never forget? Her laughter.
Hell yeah. It's a little training bot thing. Or maybe it's not a robot. But it is a training device. One of those, I think, Wing Chun dummies? I think they're from Wing Chun? I don't know. And a little dojo with his swords. Anyways, if it's not obvious, we're about to fight Musashi, the sci-fi version. I think is rad as hell.
You sure took your time. I was concerned you wouldn't make it this far. This is a big day for me.
I love
I've
this
been
dude a
waiting
lot.
a long time for this moment.
God. Good.
Let me show you.
He just took off half my health with that. Even if you get a perfect parry on him, you don't get that much damage, and you still have to do a QTE because he's just that good at swords.
I want nothing but your very best.
He also has a lot of different variations on his melee attacks, including that one where he delays it. He like starts to swing at you and fakes it, which is so brutal. Ah, like that.
Watch me.
And he doesn't tend to let you get many sword swipes in either. Because again, he's been preparing for this.
Nice.
To get the dash attacks in, you have to be incredibly specific on your timing. Or he will just dodge away. And apparently, you're aiming.
Let it out. I want to see you shine.
Ah! You can trade blows with him a bit if you punish his counterattack to your attack.
You move well. You're reading me quite quickly.
It's literally Musashi, if any of you know the story.
Let's see how predictable you think I am now.
And now it's a 2D fighter.
Nice.
I'm blasting this dude apart. I have to emphasize. Oh, he even does the Akuma thing.
Stay with me
Sick.
through this.
Ah, shit.
Come on. Give me something memorable. Something I can learn from that will make me better. Focus.
Okay, focusing. He almost got me with that fake. He has hyper arm. Oh shit! Shit. I'm down to 1 life.
Do I look unconquerable to you? Focus.
Alright then. That's not far enough away. So he's got hyper armor, so hitting him doesn't interrupt his attacks. Fuck. That's gonna hit me.
He said it. Excellence is a habit. So focus. Try again. And yes, you.
Your best will be good enough. Okay. Now I'm gonna charge my sword up. This dude's fucking difficult.
I want nothing but your very best.
Ah. And of course, if you attack when he's not vulnerable, he's gonna dodge it. I didn't get enough charge. It's fine.
Nice.
I did die. I died, man. I don't get to go to sleep till I beat this game, because I said we're doing it all tonight. So yeah, sometimes after you hit him, he will go to hit you, and if you counter that, you can hit him again. Is what's happening there with those quick trades.
You move well. You're reading me quite quickly. Let's see how predictable.
I love how
you
good
think
that
I am
jump
now.
is. He just sort of like floats for a sec and then lands real heavy. Those weren't parries. Fuck, that wasn't a parry. Shit, he's got me running scared now.
Nice.
I didn't even punish him when he was vulnerable.
You have more strength than you think. Try and stay with me through this.
Oh, what? I backed up into it.
Come on.
This might take a couple tries, folks.
Something memorable. Something I can learn from that will make me better. Focus.
I got him. Fuck me. Of course, that's how it ends. Good night, maid.
Oh, incredible. Amazing. What I just saw here, it was magical. And he was probably the toughest one in here. I could never have done this without you.
This is also, before you get to this guy, you're kind of at the point where you've mastered the melee combat enough that you're like, oh, that's just the easy part. And then they throw you that, and it's just like, oh shit. Never mind, actually. Melee's hard again. Never mind, folks. Melee is cool again.
So much dedication, training, willpower. And yet they fell, one after another. There is no justice in the world. No second chances, no hand of God. We can only trust in ourselves and hope it's enough. Come on, we're almost there. This time it's true.
Oh, those are one way. If I'd walked back through that gate, I think it wouldn't have teleported me. I was right, way back when.
Ugh. Well, this is a warm welcome.
I like this
Guardians
sort
like
of...
her that make me
well.
hate this place. Why did they let her join? How many were they prepared to sacrifice? Don't get me wrong, she's part of this. She's an overconfident, idealistic child who dreamed she could save the world. Let me be the last wave. I will stand when the rest have fallen. She's an amateur, short-sighted, plain stupid if you ask me. What a waste.
Hell yeah. This song's really kick-ass too. I mean, they all are, but... But yeah, so Bunny Man is a little mad because, like, it's unfair that all these people have had to... He's mad that this child, because she was idealistic, was forced to be up here and give up her life to be this.
Don't be fooled by her. She's dangerous. If she was a pushover, she wouldn't be here. She's treacherous and she's fast. And there's something in there that is meant to stop you for good.
I've only fought this boss on Furious. I don't know what it's like on Fury. We'll find out. I've also never beaten this game because I only got to the final boss on Furious difficulty, and it was very, very hard. And that was not that long ago. Because I played this game for a while, and then I just dropped it. And then I came back and played it on Furious only.
Here is the key. Kill her, and you will be free.
So I don't know what the ending to this game is like, exactly. I hope I can do it on Fury mode, because I couldn't quite pull it off on Furious, although I think I was very close a couple times. I'm excited. Well, not everyone who played it already tried, because some people played it and didn't beat it either.
You're not what I was expecting.
Nice one, Turtle. On both jokes, actually. Nice one. Hi, why would you do that in my stream chat? Now I have to acknowledge that I've seen Kill la Kill. So this fight isn't even an arena. Oops. Okay, I need to be a little more careful.
Monster.
Ah, shit, too soon.
To let you go out? That is a fate.
A fate worse than death, but I guess I interrupted her. Okay, I think pairing those is the best option.
Who are you really? Why are you here? Why are you doing this?
Shit. Shit. Shit.
I wanted to be here. Where else would I be? Here is where I can make a difference.
And once you fall behind these things, you need to take it careful, huh?
Yes, I am paying the price for my people.
I guess that charge shot just makes her stop talking, huh? Oh well. Oh, she's close to dead. Oh, that was close.
I don't understand. We're so alike.
Oops. No. I was not in the right position to dodge that. I'm just gonna die.
Fall back, please.
You don't lose progress if you die on this little run bit, though. Okay, that's how I'm supposed to be doing it. There we go. She's already on phase final. It's worth it to scramble on the first two and maybe fall off a bit, as long as you don't fall behind. That was the final... That was the last defense, but oops. She used her little hockey puck to turn it on.
You can't go out there. Don't you understand? If you our world withers and dies, you are the end. You are a monster!
Hey Stod, quick question. With the voice, could you actually stay with her?
Not like this. No! Why?
They make you do it too. She'll dodge your first attack and then just get hit by the rest. Because her whole purpose is just to turn the fucking laser on.
my hand.
This is it, my friend. It's been hard, I know. But she was the last. Finally, going through that door. It's everything we have been fighting for. You are not who you were when you first landed out there. We all have choices to make. We all have to decide what's worth fighting for.
I like the shot of the big looming laser that was supposed to kill you. No, what are you talking about, Nufkins? That was the final boss we just fought. Oops. We might have done a bad thing. Oops. We're not the good guy. Who saw that one coming? So rad. I love that whole that fight just ends in an anticlimax, and then you're here, and the credits just roll, and the song is so good. God, and you just see the trail left behind you too. It's so good. I'm very into it. Water's fine though. I mean, theoretically. Oh, here's all the voice, the chain, the line, the scale, the star, the flame. They're not in order, I think. But you might be able to match those up. Well, everybody. I'm just gonna give it to you straight. I'm pulling a fast one on you. There's a little bit more. I'm pulling a sneaky on you. It's not over yet, but this makes a pretty good ending on its own. A part of me wishes it did just end here, but it doesn't quite. Oh yeah, they give a special thanks to a whole bunch of really good people here. Basically just everyone I like in Japanese video games development. It's like literally just... And now we're left free to run very quickly. And there's a couple things we can do in this section. So let's do them in order. Fuck that tree in particular. I love this visual effect so much. It's true, Sude isn't on that list. But...
So now you know. Maybe you think I'm insane, or maybe you understand. You were my only chance. I hoped it would change you. I think it did. It doesn't really matter. What does matter is what you are going to do.
He's carrying a little plush stuffed bunny rabbit if you can't see. And now we have his motivation. He thinks that this plan was good enough to save the world, but even if it's not, he at least got to see his daughter again. Which I think is a really cool. He's just like, it's nice if this works, but it's worth it to me anyway. I can't spend an eternity away from her. I mean, he's not exactly sane. He dressed up as a pink bunny. And we all know what people who dress up like animals, they're like. Yes, I do think that, Chai, and it's true.
Acquiring rider. Resuming flight plan.
This song's rad as hell.
Welcome back, Ryder. Let's see your report on your target planet. Uploading planet report. Results.
Bit of a tone shift.
Proceed with manual confirmation. Confirm planet assimilation.
Well, chat, A or B? A or B, folks? Looks like a pretty solid B, although I like Shell Games' enthusiasm. But as always, Shell, you can't spam the battle box. I actually don't remember if you get to retry this choice. If you guys want to see the other choice, you can look it up on YouTube. That's the world we live in.
Warning, Ryder. Deactivate your firearms. Ryder malfunction. Activating security systems. Proceed with Ryder neutralization.
So this fight, it's a little bit different. We in a mecha. Our movement is sort of floaty. Same basic controls, but our charge shot is very different. Our charge shot is a continuous fire laser, and the longer we charge it up for, the longer the laser shoots for. Our normal movement is also a little bit slower overall. So we have to rely more on dashes. You can disable these things if you shoot them enough, although it doesn't last forever.
I can't let it happen again.
You'll cancel the laser if you dash too. So sometimes you don't even want a full charge. I might have to concentrate through this whole fight, honestly. There. Got it.
Ryder, we have always been here for you. Why all this?
If you choose to assimilate the Earth, I've seen it, and I did it actually. You set off a huge armada of clones of yourself.
Our survival.
Or I don't know if they're clones, but they look just like you, and they all come down in these ships and they all go towards the Earth. And it's pretty cool, but it's also pretty short.
You had to confirm the planet was fit for assimilation, but you got caught. And now this.
So this stage is just full-on bullet hell, and it's a very different feeling, which I think is some people did not care for. The last fight suddenly having different controls, but I think it kind of fits because the last fight's just like this weird I mean, you're in a very different situation.
What will you gain by fighting us? You think they will welcome you?
There's a Chiva for both choices, so they both count as beating the
No
game.
idea of what you did. They don't even know we exist.
Oh, I needed the hands. Not the hologram, I suppose.
They said you corrupted their world, but they corrupted you.
He used to be such a good murder man. Shit, this is a hard pattern.
For them, you will remain a stranger, a danger.
You disable one hand, the other one starts doing a very different pattern. Well, not that different, but it makes this bit harder. So there's times when you want to damage the hands evenly. But that's fine. I don't need it. I need it. So yeah, to save myself from making that this phase harder, I'm just gonna try and damage the hands evenly. Oh, I didn't dodge. I didn't dodge. Okay, what is the pattern? Where do I go for that? I'm not doing it right. There it is. That's the pattern. So yeah, the laser makes you move slow, but it does shoot through everything.
Why is their world worth more than ours?
'Cause they're not
You have
killing
traits
people?
I have never seen in any of us. Selfishness, arrogance.
You have time to get little tiny lasers in here if you're real cool.
A rider cannot put his interest before ours.
The guys in the back will shoot these purple things at you. You can kill them too. But it's not very practical. Ow, fuck. You can sort of hit the hands and the guys in the back. If you get it just right. And it's worth trying to do, I think. Yeah, I got one. Fuck, I couldn't get the parry. It's still pretty difficult, even on Furi. Fuck. Fuck. Okay. This one might take a couple tries, folks. I disabled them. Oh, they're back. Please die. I just need to kill one of you. To make this pattern so much easier. Oh, I got one. Oh, that makes this so much easier. Holy shit.
You have traits I have never seen in any of us. Selfishness, arrogance.
Okay, that guy on the right's pretty damaged. I can probably take him out at the start of the next phase. Fuck, I got my hands confused. Got him.
A rider cannot put his interest before ours.
Shit, they're both alive again. I killed one of the hands? No, I did not. I killed that thing, I guess.
You left a conqueror
I got one hand.
and came back a traitor.
Come on, come on. I don't know what this pattern is at all. Whew. Okay, I've got 2 lives.
Destroy us to save this world that is not yours? I am disappointed in you, Ryder.
Last phase, 2 lives. I've gotten to this phase inferior and I never beat it. Because guess what? I don't even know how to. Oh, do I reflect that? Oh, shit. Oh, this is bad news.
How can you be so defective?
Okay, so at this point, inferior mode, it's this. But everything is about 20 times as fast. And I literally just get hit by everything and I don't know how not to. Fuck.
You are a traitor.
Fuck. That's gonna hit. I felt it. Shit. This bit's easy, you just wait. Can I kill this, please? Oh, good. Oh, I can't kill all of them, though. That's not gonna work. Nope, not before they explode.
How can you be so defective?
I'm really glad they cut that one off. Shit. Fuck.
You are a traitor.
Maybe take 1 hit. Well, not anymore.
You leave us no choice, Ryder. We will annihilate you.
What do I even do here? What's the thing? Oh, that's the thing. That's not so bad, actually. I shouldn't say that. Why did I say that? Oh, it's terrible. Yes!
You might have saved them this time, but who will protect them next time? That's the worst delusion. Believing you can have a lasting impact.
Oh my god. Not quite no deaths. But close enough. Suck it, game. The other ending does have a screen like this where he watches the meteors fall, and I don't think you get to see his face. It's just him standing here with his daughter as like a whole bunch of meteors fall and the place starts getting red and flamey. It's a pretty cool ending too.
The jailer is the key.
Nice.
Kill him, and you'll be free.
So there's a couple things I still want to do with this game. I'm not going to do them tonight, but at some point in the future, I want to do Furier mode on stream, because I want to show how crazy that is. And there's also a DLC called One More Fight, which I've never done at all. Which is apparently just one extra fight that's like very long, and I don't know any of the context about it. I've kept myself spoiler free. But it's supposed to be pretty cool. Actually, do you guys want to see the first level of Furier mode? I could do it right now. I'm pretty hyped up. Or is this a good ending point? It's up to you guys. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Stopping point view, fair enough. So yeah, remember the tutorial boss? Yeah, feel free to file out if you want. I am gonna do this in an off stream, but and maybe at the end of the Furier off stream I will I'll show off one more fight. But good night, those who are leaving.
Step you've taken from that cell, I'll make you.
Okay. It's been a while. Oh! Okay. Oh, it does damage even if I mash out. Shit, that's not a shockwave. Well, it is a shockwave, rather. I don't even think he has a shockwave attack originally. There it is. That's how you get damage on him. And a really good thing about the animation is also gives you time to charge up. Getting the animation lets you charge up your next attack to be extra powerful too, so.
You're gonna run back to your cell and beg me to lock you up again.
Yeah, they definitely wanted to make this a rewarding experience to, like, get good at. Like, they have a full-fledged practice mode where you can, like, set up the bosses to be certain ways. It's really cool. Quiet. Oh, okay, what's the pattern? Nice, I can charge up.
You're gonna take some putting back together when I'm done with you.
This is a bad time to charge up. Wow, I managed to avoid them. That was at least a little bit luck. That was at least a lot luck. Shit, flubbed it. There you are. Quiet. I love doing that. Ow. You missed. Well, I'm pretty hurt. Shit. Shit. Same attack. Oh, bad time to taunt, buddy. Anyways, remember how this is the tutorial boss? It's still been a tutorial.
There is no way you can defeat me.
And the lesson is, superior mode is difficult. Fuck. Thought I fucked that one up. Shit, 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 shit. Getting knocked down is so bad. You lose so much space.
I'm gonna kill you.
Whew. Ow. Shit. Gotcha. Ooh, not too bad. Okie doke. That's a taste of what Fury mode is like. I don't think you really get to till the mutated submarine boy is when things get fucking nuts. But I'm gonna cut it off for now, because I do need to stop playing video games at some point, theoretically. That's not true, I'm gonna go play different video games. Y'all, I really might. Pretty awake right now. But thank you for tuning in. That's been Fury. Fury's a really great game. If it looks fun, you should go buy it and play it. It's a good game. Support good games. Oh, it's coming out on Switch. Like, I think it might have just come out on Switch. Or it's going to in like a week. So if you have a Switch, I think it's on Switch. Good night and frank dreams. Now. Okay, I'm workshopping that one.